He's an email champ. He's fighting because somebody mailed him the belt. How that did that ever happen in boxing before? And he's talking crazy, and he still got like, come on.
No matter if you like it or not, you can. I'm still the email champ and the franchise champ. So now what?
Got him!
Everybody that was doubting me, everybody that said this and that, they came up with this email champ thing, and now the email champ is the top dog.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck them. I'm the top dog now.
So if you win, you said all that. If you win, I'm not out my contract. Let's make the fight happen. Since you was wanting to talk crazy, let's do that. I want to fight you if you win, Devin Haney.
I want to fight you if you win, Devin Haney.
So what did I do, YouTube? It's your boy King David in this thing, and I'm back at y'all again with another video. Okay, so before we get going on the video, man, y'all know what to do. Go ahead, hit the like button, and if you're new here, be sure to subscribe one time for your boy, so we can continue to grow like we need to grow on this show, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. Okay, so with all that being said, bro, y'all see what the title of the video is, man. Allegedly, Devin Haney versus Vasiliy Lomachenko did 150,000 pay-per-view buys. That's what the story is right now out here on these boxing streets. And quite frankly, I actually think that that's a pretty good number. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with that assessment. You know, they're going to have their own opinions of what 150,000 pay-per-view buys is. They're going to say, that's a flop. Devin Haney's not a draw, blase, squaze, yakety, schmackety. But honestly and truly, for your first pay-per-view to do 150,000 pay-per-view buys, that ain't bad, right? That ain't bad. And I know the rebuttal to that is going to be like, well, he was fighting Vasiliy Lomachenko, but Vasiliy Lomachenko's never been on pay-per-view either, right? Two guys that have never done pay-per-view were able to generate 150,000 pay-per-view buys on their first attempt. I think that's awesome, right? You know, and although Vasiliy Lomachenko is a name in boxing, he's definitely not a guy who's appealing to the casual fans, right? Casual fans don't really know the name Lomachenko like that, right? So again, this is a really good first time out for Devin Haney, right? To do 150,000 pay-per-view buys, right? But I already know what we're going to be hearing out here, right? I already know what's going to be popping off on these boxing streets. And I said it a little bit earlier. A lot of the fanboys, the Tank fanboys, going to be coming around the corner talking about, oh, this is a flop. This is a flop, Katie. Devin Haney just proved that he's not a draw. Right? That's what they're going to be talking about at the end of the day, right? And they're going to be saying all that to insinuate that Tank ain't got no business fighting Devin Haney, or Tank shouldn't fight Devin Haney next, or, you know, or Devin Haney somehow not good enough, you know what I'm saying, to get Tank Davis in the ring, right? There's going to be a bunch of these different implications that's going to be floating around out here on these boxing streets, right? All to protect Tank Davis from getting in the ring from the biggest and best competition out there, right? Because we know Tank Davis throughout the entirety of his career has been protected, right? No Tevin Farmer fight, no Gary Russell Jr. fight, right? No Devin Haney fight up until this point. No Shakur Stevenson fight up until this point. And Floyd Mayweather has come out of his mouth and even said that he wasn't even ready for a Vasiliy Lomachenko fight. So once again, Tank has been protected at this particular point in time. And it seems to me that as these numbers come out, he's going to be even more protected, right? Another excuse. Oh, he's not a draw, blah, 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 right? You know, and it's just sad for boxing, you know, that fans do this shit. Because at the end of the day, all fans should want to see the best fight the best, right? The biggest and best fights available, right? That's what fans should want, but it seems to be a different story when it comes to their favorite fighters like Tank Davis and things like that, right? It seemed to be a different story, right? And it also seems to be complete and utter hypocrisy on behalf of the fanboys that support this nonsense, because if I'm not mistaken, Pitbull Cruz has never been on pay-per-view before, right? Rolly Romero has never been on pay-per-view before prior to Tank, right? All these guys that Tank are fighting have never been on pay-per-view before prior to Tank, right? So why is it such an issue? You know, why does Devin Haney got to meet these prerequisites in order to get Tank in the ring? Shit don't make no sense, right? But I mean, on a brighter note, Tank Davis has expressed interest in fighting Devin Haney. All right, he said in the beginning of the video that if he made it past Cambosos, that he would want to fight Devin Haney next. So he has shown interest in making the Devin Haney fight, which is a positive. But the negative part about that whole situation is, well, we know that these kind of fights are going to be hard to make because Tank is this quote-unquote A-side, according to his fans, according to Leonard Ellaby, the guys who are handling Tank Davis. So is he going to be willing to do what needs to be done in order to make a Devin Haney fight? Does he really want a Devin Haney fight at this particular point in time? Is he going to be reasonable when trying to make a fight with the undisputed champion at his weight class? You know what I mean? Because even if he wants to fight, even if he's saying that he wants to fight, he has to actually show and prove that he wants to fight by being reasonable in negotiations, by not pricing himself out. I get that Tank did some really good numbers with Ryan Garcia, 1.4, 1.3, whatever the number was, right? But we're not going to forget about the several other pay-per-views that came prior to that where he was doing anywhere from 70,000 to 250,000 before the Ryan Garcia fight, right? So, you know, realistically speaking, is Tank really that big of a draw? Not really, because we ain't seen him do over 1 million pay-per-view buys without Ryan Garcia. But we ain't going to get into the semantics of it. All I'm going to say is this. He did over 1 million pay-per-view buys. He was already walking around this motherfucker like he was A-side this and A-side that. So how's the conversation gonna go when you're talking about you're the A-side and you're trying to make the fight with the undisputed champion who's already paid their dues and made the sacrifices necessary in order to get the belts on his side? How are y'all gonna come together and try to make a fight, right? Is Tank gonna be willing to do that? And I'm just not sure about that situation, right? I think the Ryan Garcia fight ruined things as far as the lightweight division and us getting any fight that has anything to do with Tank Davis, because he's gonna want too much. He's gonna want too much, right? But hopefully I'm wrong about the whole situation, and you know, maybe Tank can come to the table very reasonable. But this Devin doing this 150, 150,000, I mean, we knew he wasn't gonna do nowhere near 1 million. Right, so it doesn't, again, I don't know why niggas are talking about this like a flop. Like, honestly, these were Tank Davis's numbers 1 fight ago. You know what I mean? 1 fight ago, these were Tank Davis's numbers. So I don't know why niggas are talking about this like this, you know, this is a flop and this is that or whatever the fuck they want to say, you know. But honestly and truly, in my eyes, it's just a way for them to give Tank an excuse to price himself out the motherfucking fight. You know what I'm saying? That's all it looks like to me. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, man, 150 is a good number for Devin Haney. A good number for Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? You know, boxing is the shit, baby. Boxing is the shit, man. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna wrap the video up right here, man. Let me know what your thoughts is, bro. Hit it up in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. And everybody, and I do mean everybody, be sure to hit the goddamn like button on your way out. But until next time, man, I'm going to holler at y'all, bro. Peace.